Hey everybody, it's time to circle the wagons because the Coon Prairie Ramblers are in the house. Yeah, that's where we confabulate and mind meander and all kinds of subjects. Hey, we got KC and the Moonshine Gang here.
All right.
And over to my right, your left, we've got Luke, the rebel without a clue.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, you know what I like.
That's gizzards.
You know what I like. I like gizzards.
Bacon.
Yeah. And how about roe?
Coffee, row. No, I ain't much of a row fan.
Not a row.
Hey, does a fish have a gizzard?
Mullets,
Yeah,
mullets do.
Mullet do? Yeah, okay.
Mullets.
Mullet.
So,
That's why they jump all the time. They think they're birds. They're trying to fly. That's why mullets are all you hear like jump.
yeah.
Jump.
Yeah. Hey, in these YouTube videos, are those the ones that's jumping in the boats when these
No.
guys? What's those things doing?
Asian carp.
Why are they doing that?
They'll hurt you.
They're trying to get back to Asia.
That's
Kamikaze fish.
they're catching a slow boat to Asia,
Yeah.
to China.
But you go fishing with a net. All you need is just catch them.
I think
Yeah.
they're an invasive species.
They're jumping all over the place and you fly down the river.
Slap people in the face.
I don't think so. I'd have me a catcher's mitt if I ride down the river with them things jumping around.
That's the easy way to fish, isn't it?
It could be worse. It could be piranhas jumping like that.
Oh, yeah. I think I saw a scary movie about that.
Piranha?
This flying teeth coming through.
Speaking of piranhas
Yeah?
and Asian carp, anybody got any fishing stories?
Fishing. Who goes fishing? Does anybody fish
Well,
around here?
today's a good day to go.
You know-
My grandpa told me when I was a little boy,
Yeah.
son, if you can't catch fish when it's raining, you can't catch fish.
Well, what's raining got to do with it?
Really?
See, I don't know a whole lot about fishing myself.
Here's the reason. The fish naturally are on the water and they're looking up.
Yeah.
And when it's a bright, sunny day, you are highlighted and shadowed into the water, and that movement spooks them.
Oh.
When it's cloudy and overcast and rainy, and also when the surface of the water becomes troubled, it's hard for the fish to see out and see the shadow.
This is kind of like fish psychology.
Fish psychology.
Did you learn that
101.
in high school?
No, it's something my grandpa taught me.
Oh.
And after he taught me that, I stopped to think about it
Yeah.
and wondered like you,
Yeah.
why would it make any difference? It does, and it doesn't, as far as the rain goes, make any difference. They don't care about inclement weather. It doesn't really affect
It doesn't affect their moods.
them. Well, it does. A drop in barometer does.
Yeah.
But the rain, no. They go on.
So they can tell when a hurricane's coming.
Oh,
Well, they're in school all the time anyway. So
They're in school.
They should know something.
like, they know when don't ask me how, but they know when a front's coming through.
Uh-huh.
They feel that drop in the barometric pressure. Cows do too.
Yeah.
And fish will feed heavy before a front comes through. And when the front is here, they just go off the food almost altogether. It is very hard to catch fish during, I mean, you can do it, but it's not like, you're not going to set any world record during the front. After the front, like 2 or 3 days before, 2 or 3 days after.
Oh, man.
Because after that, they're hungry and they go back to eating. But during that one period of time, it's pretty well stagnant.
Do most fishing people know this stuff?
They do now.
They will now. The
Yeah.
secrets, I think most serious fishermen do. But you ever notice cows laying down the field?
That's right. There's a sign right there. I was supposed to mention.
Yeah, they know that there's a change in the weather. They sense it. And there's signs that are
Kind of hunker down a little bit.
but we're kind of getting away, chasing a few cows and getting away from original fishing stories.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, hey, no, it all goes together.
The best time to fish would be 2 or 3 days after the front then when they're coming out hungry again.
So it would have been my luck. If I did go fishing someday, happen to go, I would have picked the wrong time. I'd go on the wrong side of the front.
Well, you can buy an almanac or keep your eye on
Farmer's
the weather.
Almanac.
Oh, man, that's too much like reading the instructions. Here, read the instructions
Yeah,
before
but
you go
it's true.
fishing.
It's
Yeah,
amazing.
there's a thing. Have you ever noticed there's days when you can travel in a car or be out in the woods or whatever, and you'll see a lot of different game. You'll see, and I'm not talking about deer, but it might be gophers, rabbits. You'll
Squirrels.
see squirrels, and it just seems like everything's out scurrying around.
Sometimes when I take a walk, there's many times I don't see a thing.
That's because the conditions are right for those animals to be out feeding. But there's other times when you don't ever see them. Like I've driven to Sarasota before, and you never see any. Driven other days, and every quarter mile you see something.
Raccoon or something dead on the road or a hog or something.
Yeah, stinking the high
Side
heavens.
the road.
So they're on which side of the front?
Well, that's not necessarily the front.
or
That's
the-
every day they have cycles of feeding, and it has something to do with that. Just like you eat breakfast, lunch,
I hope so.
supper.
I
No
hope-
way.
I
you
hope-
eat.
You eat dinner. We eat supper.
We eat supper. Me and
No,
Luke eat supper.
I
Me and Luke are some of the
switched. I
only-
switched. I eat,
All
supper.
right.
I eat supper now.
Another
Congratulations.
All right.
Congratulations.
Welcome to
My
the
wife
dark
keeps
side.
me
Yeah.
straightened out on that, too.
There's
She's-
a lot of people that have forgot that it's supper. It's come home, it's supper time. Not come home, it's
That's
dinner
right.
time.
Come home, it's supper.
Oh, that's a lovely song.
And they had the Lord's Supper was the Lord's Supper, not the Lord's dinner.
Oh, so they didn't eat at noon. That was we know for
They did
sure,
not,
but
yeah.
that was in the evening.
Right.
They had goat jerky during the day or something. They ate supper.
I'll tell you what, we may not be good at fishing stories, but we can chase a rabbit.
I know, boy, that was. We need to chase a fish here if we're going to talk about fishing.
Yeah.
Well, the best way to fish, I think, is to net them, like the
Net
way
'em.
you do mullet.
A cast net or
Cast
a
net.
scoop net?
Oh, I never used a scoop net.
Or gill net.
I never used one of those. All I know is because I had a friend I used to work with, and he did the net. We used to go net those mullets, and I'd break their necks, and he'd keep the meat.
Nothing but net.
That's not a very fair deal.
Well, no, he gave me the
Especially
roe
for the mullet.
because he had gout, so he gave me the roe so I could take.
Yeah.
I was always eating
I'll
fried
tell you what,
roe.
I'm a southern boy, but I never did develop a taste for roe.
Do you like the
My
white or the
mama-
yellow?
I definitely don't like the white. No white for this
Is
boy.
there a difference?
One's from the male, the white.
Yeah.
Well, one of them,
Yellow's from the female.
one of them has been,
Let's just put it that way.
yeah.
Well, you don't know. I must have ate both because I don't know. And that-
There are a lot of differences.
Well, you survived it, so
yeah.
Yeah.
we won't tell anybody if you won't.
Well, let's just put it this way. It may raise your testosterone.
But your secret is safe with us, and whoever else is out there
Oh,
listening,
man.
your secret is safe.
Yeah.
You know,
We're not talking.
Yeah. Dave won't say anything.
fishing. Meanwhile, back at the fishing hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me tell you about my Uncle Gene.
Tell me about Gene.
Uncle Gene.
That's where your name came from.
No. Well, you know what? It might have.
Eugene is
Short for Gene.
yeah,
I mean, Gene is
son
short.
of Gene or nephew of Gene.
like Gene.
You know what?
Short for you.
All my life, I wondered
I like
why
short.
they named me Eugene.
I like short jeans.
And
Yeah, we had a conversation back on the radio.
We're having an epiphany right
That's
here.
your name.
Oh, my
And you're
God.
hearing it live. Well,
Here I am.
pre-recorded.
Okay.
And you,
Here's a story about my namesake.
All right.
or who I was named
We're on
after.
track now.
Uncle Gene. My middle name's Eugene, and
Yeah.
he went by Gene. But anyhow, he was a very quiet, soft-spoken man. He was very deliberate. He was very smart, but he talked real low and made you kind of lean in and listen. But he'd tell you some good things.
yeah, kind of like you do.
And I don't know about that, but he would just tell you a lot of different stories. But he was always quiet. And he wasn't an excitable guy. He was just a low key guy. And we were fishing
Does he put
at
you to sleep?
Bean on the pier. There's a fishing pier made from the old railroad trestles, and they boarded up the bottoms and put rails on the side, and they use it for fishing. You can go out halfway out onto the across the Micah River. And we was out there, and we were catching mangrove snapper. And mangrove snapper have a size limit and a amount that you can catch. So we measured each and every one. You know, if they're close to that cutoff, you make sure you measure them. You don't want to get in trouble for having undersized mangrove snapper. So we measured each and every one of them, and we had a measuring stick that's marked from 1 to, I think, 18 inches. But you had to get that nose of that fish right, even with the edge of that measuring stick, and then you look at his tail
Right.
to see where his length is. So Uncle Gene puts his hand down at the end of that stick with his left hand, and with his right hand, he grabs that snapper and pushes it on that stick up to his hand. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with a mangrove snapper.
No, never met one.
They have two needle-like sharp teeth.
Ooh.
It's right in front of their mouth. I mean, they're like little
that
hypodermic needles.
That means they got buck teeth.
They almost do.
Like vampire, like rattlesnake.
And when he did that, and they'll bite. They'll bite. And that mangrove snapper bit Uncle Gene on the hand.
He was pushing from the head end.
He pushed it from a 12.
From the
He pushed
head
his
end.
head in towards his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as soon as it got to his hand, it just latched on him and bit him.
Oh.
I bet he wasn't speaking real softly then.
Oh, no, I've never seen him.
Yeah.
He was bleeding like
Did
a...
he say words you never heard before?
Put him
you know,
on shouting
To
ground.
give him credit, he never cussed.
Yeah.
But, man, he was hollering and screaming and swinging his hand.
Fish was hanging
But,
on.
yeah, it's a lot longer, but that'll get you a good idea of what happened that day.
Have mercy. Well, we're
I
going
guess we
back.
got to go pay the piper.
I'll pay the piper here. We'll be back in just a couple minutes after a word from these sponsors.